If you're considering moving or visiting any one of these two cities, you may be wondering which one to choose from. So today we're gonna go over our pros and cons so you can make up your mind.
I'm Andres, and I lived in Tampa for 2 years before moving back down to Miami.
And I'm Maricruz. I'm from Miami, but I moved to Tampa about 8 years ago. And there's just something about here. We'll start with lifestyle. Here, weekends are definitely more laid back than my time in Miami. I spend more time, I think, doing more wellness events, going to walks in the Riverwalk, maybe riding your bike, enjoying some coffee spots. There's a lot of coffee spots here. And little tiny spots that open up every once in a while that you want to go check out.
One of my first memories of being in Tampa is driving through South Tampa and seeing a little kid with an actual lemonade stand, and it literally said 25 cents, with the cent sign.
I actually never seen one at all.
Coming from Miami, I literally had to do a double take and look around and make sure we weren't driving through some kind of movie set, because that in Miami I've never seen it. Now, if you're someone who thrives on energy and entertainment, then Miami's definitely going to be more suited for you. Whether you love a good party, going to community parks, pools, or even meditating.
It's actually one of the things I miss from Miami. Sometimes I'll go downstairs and they're playing like a violin or jazz. I'm like, where are the people dancing to some reggaeton? And don't get me wrong, there are places out here that do play some, but it's not the same. Now let's talk money. And cost of living is a big deal. And it's actually what made Tampa a clear winner for me. Back when I had just graduated from college, I was looking for my first property to buy. And with a $40,000 salary, I just couldn't find what I was looking for in Miami. But the minute I moved out to Tampa, I quickly found something, and it was exactly what I wanted. Miami, on the other hand, is definitely more expensive. From housing to everyday expenses, sure, you get the perks of living in a world-famous city, but it's gonna come at a price. Now let's talk about something that we are all interested in. Food! So whether you're on a teeny tiny budget or balling out celebrating a special night, Miami has an overwhelming selection of things to choose from. Whether it's cafe shops or restaurants, there is always something to choose from.
On the other hand, in Tampa, it took me almost 2 years to put together a list that I could take my friends out to. I'm sharing that list with you in the description below.
And we will be making a video soon talking about each one of these places, so you know what to do to be notified when we release that video. Okay, Andres, where are people nicer?
Yeah, Tampa.
Tampa. It's so funny, like people here, even when you're driving, they'll be like,
Yeah, for sure. Like if you're at the red light and you don't go right away, right when the light turns green, they're not gonna honk the horn at you. In Miami, like it's Formula One. The moment the light's out, like they're laying on the horn.
This is true story.
When
my mom came to visit me, like the very first time that she was here, she was getting ready to honk, and I'm like, Mom, no, we don't do that here.
Now, no matter which city you choose, at some point you're gonna want to get away from it and hop on a plane and go somewhere else. Well, if you move to Tampa, get ready to pay more money for your airfare. Not only do flights cost a little bit more, but most European destinations, as well as even Hawaii, are going to require some sort of layover. Meanwhile, Miami has direct flights to almost every single part of the world.
Now, statistically, Tampa does have Florida's largest port.
But it could only accommodate small cruise ships. Therefore, Miami, being the world's cruise capital, is definitely the place to be if you're thinking about a 3-day getaway for the weekend.
Now for the weather. Obviously both are equally as hot, right?
Brutal.
But I have to say, in Tampa is where I experienced my first winter in Florida. I actually had to buy jackets, boots, stuff like that. And obviously I know that other people are like, oh, it's not that cold. But for me, somebody that was from Miami, grew up in Miami, tropical weather forever, this really hit me. And it happens every winter.
Check out this video if you want to know what the top 5 cities people are moving to in Florida right now.
Bye guys, thanks
See
for
ya.
watching.